All right, welcome to the very first episode ever of ATTV here at ATW in Dallas. Very excited to bring some really interesting sessions to you over the next couple days. The first one that we have this morning is with Adrienne Mendoza from BioBridge Advanced Therapies. Mm-hmm. Very excited to have you here. Please tell me a little bit more about how BioBridge Global is spinning out BBG Advanced Therapies and how this is going to build on your mission.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really pleased to be here. This is a great event, Advanced Therapies Week in Dallas, so thanks for hosting. BioBridge Global, let me just talk a little bit about our history. We've been around for 50 years. We're located in San Antonio, Texas. Started as a large regional blood center serving a large portion of South Texas, 48 counties. And then over time, we've evolved into different capabilities. So cell therapy has become an avenue that we've worked within, starting with a cord blood bank, and then cell therapy testing. And all of these different capabilities have evolved over the past 50 years. And really our heritage is still as a regional blood center, but at the heart of what we do, we drive innovation. We drive access to care. And BBG Advanced Therapies came about realizing we had the opportunity to bring together a lot of capabilities within our organization which served the advanced therapies field, which helped advance these therapies to market access. And we decided to bring them together and under one umbrella called BBG Advanced Therapies, and that's the division I now run. So we just started launching it in January, so this is our event that we're talking about it.
Right on, congratulations. So yeah, tell me a little bit more about the solutions that you'll be providing to the CGT field, and then I guess just a little bit more broadly, like how that can help the different stages and types of therapies that are inside of the field.
Absolutely, so we can do anything from recruit donors and collect leukopaks, so going out there and getting starting materials, also cord blood. And we've been doing that for many, many years and have a great donor base that's very willing to support. And we also can support the cell therapy testing, characterization, authentication of cells for every stage. So whether it's potency, efficacy, identification, any setting where advanced therapies need to be tested and an assay needs to be developed, from start to finish, we can provide that service. And then from biomanufacturing, we can obviously isolate those cells, manufacture them in a very controlled way. We have a great facility and compliant with the US, EU, and Asia standards. And we are able to scale out production in that facility and do finish fill, plus biorepository. So really everything from getting those starting materials through to developing assays and processes, manufacturing them, and then finally arriving at a final product and getting that to a patient.
Excellent, end to end, I love it.
Yes.
So obviously a large topic, well, two topics that are inside of the field right now are the issues of accessibility and scalability as well. Mm-hmm. How do you guys plan to help tackle those challenges?
You know, I think about a biotech organization or a company that's a therapeutic developer. One of the things that they're trying to achieve is getting their product to a patient as timely as possible, getting their clinical trial started, getting through the processes of getting that therapy into those trial participants, getting the data back and accelerating the FDA approval or regulatory approval, and finally achieving the goal, which is to get that therapy in patients in a commercial capacity. So part of access is just accelerating the development of these therapies. And what we have found is that a biotech company has to go out to a number of different suppliers. And they might go initially an early stage of development to companies that are familiar with that stage of production, but maybe not familiar with later stages, commercial stages of production, and what it takes to move from one stage of development all the way through to a sustainable commercial scale. Not only that, but they need to go to numerous different companies to support the starting materials, the testing, and the manufacturing. Even if they go to one company, they might be going to a company that's outsourcing some of that work. And that all takes time, it takes money, it takes coordination, and time is a currency. And that is
the most important one.
It is. And when we think about the time that takes away from getting, that coordination takes away from getting a therapy into a patient and saving their life, that is really the key to accessibility, is making it a process efficient, scaling up efficient, the transition from different phases of production efficient, so that it can get to market faster. So I think that's the chief concern we're trying to address by providing this end-to-end solution and being able to support a company from start to finish, early phase to late phase.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a problem I've seen over and over again too. Even when you've got an early stage therapy company, there's just so much that you don't know, and you can't be expected to know it all. So it's great that you guys are thinking about how to help them in those early stages to make sure that they're set up for later stages. Great to hear.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I really think of, we honor that when we work with a partner, that is their baby. They have really put in the blood, sweat, and tears to develop the science and understand how this product could help others, and we take that on. We want to make sure that we provide an absolute incredible experience, a flawless experience, so that process is nurtured and that the customer, our partner, can ultimately achieve what they're looking for, which is to save lives.
Excellent. Love that vision. So what are you guys working on? What's an upcoming initiative to help you with that vision of being able to help these therapy companies take their babies all the way to approval?
Yeah, well, drawing on our heritage as a blood center, one of the things we've been realizing is that it's very challenging for these therapies at scale to reach patients. And when you think about the clinical trials and enrollment of diverse research subjects and getting out to the communities where people can access the clinical trial and the therapy ultimately long term, there's a big gap in the starting material collection, in the leukapheresis process. And only 175 centers of excellence exist throughout the US, and that creates a huge constraint on access to care when you think about the concentration in major metropolitan areas. Well, one of the things we're very familiar with at South Texas Blood and Tissue, which is one of our subsidiaries, the subsidiary that I ran prior to becoming the COO for BBG Advanced Therapies, we're acutely aware of rural access challenges and also how to mobilize a team to go out and collect blood. Well, so drawing on that heritage, we thought, how can we transition that experience to the advanced therapies field? So later on today, actually at this event, I'll be presenting at the Innovation Zone. One of the innovations we're coming up with. Think of a very sophisticated bloodmobile that has on board all the capabilities that you'd find in a brick and mortar apheresis center, from analytical capabilities, of course, the leukapheresis itself, and being able to support that process anywhere where that bus can go. So we're really excited that later on in a few months, we'll actually have this bus to unveil in living color, and we're going to start using it to collect leukopacks, not only to recruit donors, but also to support the patient access. And our area is deeply in need of that in South Texas.
Right on. I hope that you're trademarking bloodmobile or something like that. Sounds really
exactly,
cool.
Yes.
Excellent. So yeah, I guess to conclude, what do you want your impact to be? What do you envision that BBG Advanced Therapies will be able to really add to the field and make an impact for the future?
Well, everyone on our team is deeply committed to our mission. Our mission is to save and enhance lives through the healing power of human cells and tissue. And I am aware, because personally, of the progress and the slowness of advancements in medicine, especially around oncology and other immune conditions. My mom passed away when she was 40 years old. I was 9. She died of ovarian cancer. And there was, at that time, the availability of medicine was cutting out cancer, poisoning cancer, and then, of course, looking at the radiation treatments. Those are the same mainstay treatments that are available today. And I hope our lasting impact, and I'm certain our lasting impact will be that patients in the future don't have to rely on those therapies now, 40 years later almost, that those mainstay treatments are the same. And we have to do more as an industry to help advance these new therapies, make sure they're successful, they can go to the scale needed. So I think the goal we have is to take that mission we have and advance it as far as we can to as many people as we can, to demonstrate that these therapies can be effectively served to a large community and they can become a mainstay because they are more effective. And I'm really inspired by the progress we've seen in the last few years in the regulatory approvals and in the efficacy and that's seen from so many of these products, whether it's an MSC or a CAR T or a TIL therapy or a tissue engineered construct. There's so much going on, but we can't get those to patients effectively yet. We can't scale production up. We can't accelerate those programs fast enough. So that's the lasting impact I hope we make to address all of those things.
Excellent. Well, wonderful. Excited to see the Bloodmobile get unveiled in a couple weeks or a couple months, you said?
Come check it out. We're going to actually talk about the innovation zone, and I will have some images. But we'll see the bus roll out literally on the road, figuratively and literally, probably in a few months. So stay tuned. It's on the way. It's in construction, and we're very excited about it. We think it's going to make a big impact.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Adrienne, again, for being here with me. Very excited to see where you guys go with this. I think this is going to be super useful to the field.
Thank you. Thanks.